sins and grief to bear. What a privilege to carry everything to God in prayer. Oh, what peace we often fall of it. Oh, what needless pain we bear. All because we do not carry everything to God in prayer. Thank you, friends. Thank you so much for being part of my joy. We are sorry for our inability to communicate all this while. It was not intentional. It was due to a network problem, the network challenges we are experiencing over here. For some time now, our network providers have lowered the quality that our network services can no longer carry our system. That is what we are struggling with all this while. But today we decided that no matter how, like we will not be ministering on YouTube because the network was so bad that it cannot carry our YouTube. We can only minister on Facebook. So thank you for joining us one more time. I remain Reverend Hyacinth Chimezie, and because of the shortness of the time given to me, I will go straight to the scripture for today's brief message. The book of 2 Chronicles, chapter number 18. I'm supposed to read from verse 1 even to verse 9, chapter 19, verse 3, but I will cut it short because of time. And I read, Jehoshaphat had riches and honor in abundance, and by marriage he allied himself with Ahab. And if I may use the old King James Version, he said, and now Jehoshaphat had riches and honor in abundance, and joined affinity with Ahab. After some years, he went down to visit Ahab in Samaria, and Ahab killed sheep and oxen in abundance for him, and the people who were with him, and persuaded him to go up with him to Ramoth Gilead. So Ahab, king of Israel, said to Jehoshaphat, king of Judah, will you go with me against Ramoth Gilead? And he answered him, I am as you are, and my people as your people. We will be with you in the war. Also Jehoshaphat said to the king of Israel, please inquire for the word of the Lord today. And the king of Israel gathered prophets together, 400 men, and said to them, shall we go to war against Ramoth Gilead, or shall I refrain? So they said, go up, for God will deliver it into the king's hand. But Jehoshaphat said, is there not still a prophet of the Lord here, that we may inquire of him? So the king of Israel said to Jehoshaphat, there is still one man by whom we may inquire of the Lord, but I hate him, because he never prophesies good concerning me, but always evil. He is Micaiah, the son of Imlah. And Jehoshaphat said, let not the king say such things. Praise the living God. I will be speaking briefly this afternoon on the topic I titled Dangerous Affinity. Dangerous Affinity. Permit me to return your mind to a particular popular film we watched some time ago in this nation, Nigeria. It was very popular then, called Living in Bondage. A young guy made a statement that I want to use in that film called Polo. He said to his friend Andy, you did not tell me this thing fully. He said, Andy, you did not explain this thing very well to me. Many people are entering into affinities they don't know about. Many people are entering into systems, organizations, groups they cannot understand. A saying said that a devil you know is better than an angel you cannot understand. It is very dangerous today that our young boys and girls, the future of this generation and this nation, is entangling themselves in so many dangerous things. I watched with utmost dismay some young boys and girls caught in occultism, where they are raping innocent young girls as a form of initiation. What is we found ourselves today? Today, I have to come to you with this topic, dangerous affinity. And we have read in the scripture a particular good man called Jehoshaphat. According to Bible record, he was good, for he followed the way of his father David, who by marriage found himself in affinity with a bad man called Ahab. Two can never work together except they agree. Two cannot work together except they agree. You have right to choose your friends. You have right to choose who to work with. Affinity in human is a feeling of closeness or special likeness for somebody. Never you be close with a man you cannot understand very well. Never you be close. Don't seek friendship with a person you cannot understand. Many people have entered into what they don't know, and they are desiring and hoping that they never entered into that through people they call their friends. They are not your friends. They will only destroy you. Never you enter into affinity with a man who is not interested with what God is saying. Never enter into affinity with a man who believes that God is speaking when what is being spoken is in line with his desires, with his plans, with his purposes. If the word that is coming out is in line with his intentions, with his plans and purposes, he hails it as being spoken by God. But when it is contrary, he sees it as the speaker or the prophet is speaking against him. He's the one speaking against him. Just like Ahab. Ahab has chosen prophets and those he hates because they tell him the truth from the word of God. He never even wanted to inquire from God. Never you make friends with people who are not interested with what God is saying. They will only destroy you. They will lead to your downfall. Never you make friends. Don't join yourself in affinity with those who will use you to fight their personal battles. Just like Ahab. He wanted Jehoshaphat to go down to battle with him. Because he will surely break your heart and abandon you. He is a comrade. A comrade can help you to pull another person down as long as it is meeting his interest. Don't join yourself with a man that is after personal interest. A man that is after personal interest will end up disappointing you. A man that is after personal interest, the moment he is no longer getting what he is interested in, you become an enemy. He will fight your battles with you, but still turn back and use the things you told him in the secret to bring you down. Look at our politicians, for example. They are party comrades. The moment they don't get what they are looking for, their interest in a particular party, you see them jump out and enter another party. They are political and party comrades. Our politicians in Nigeria are political and party comrades. We don't even have good politicians. In the same way, we have comrades in ministry. They can be with you, laugh with you, as long as they are getting their interest. How do you know some pastors who are comrades in ministry? A comrade pastor in ministry can be pastoring a church without their own building, but he will be cruising on a jeep. He will build his personal house, but he will be pastoring his church on a rented house. How do you know a pastor or a minister who is a comrade in ministry? They are good at the moment before the month ends. They have already siphoned the money for the allowances and salary. Whether things in the church are spoiling and decaying, it doesn't concern them. Comrades in the ministry or in the church are only after their personal interests. The moment they are getting what they want, work continues. But let them stop having their interest in that place. You see them, they resign and go and open their own. And that is why we have so many bastardization of the church today. You have so many bastards, no people without spiritual father. People who have nobody as their spiritual father, no mentor, opening churches and messing up the gospel. Friends are different from comrades. I define friends in my own term. Friend means to me faithful relationship, interesting every new day. Faithful relationship. There are good examples of friends. Jonathan will always tell David that the arrow of his father is about to come, so that David will escape. But a comrade like Ahab, when he was taking Jehoshaphat to war, he disguised himself. He was the older king. He has been a king before Jehoshaphat. So out of experience, he knew that the opponents will come for the king, for the leader in the battle. So he disguised himself as ordinary person and asked Jehoshaphat to wear his kingly apparel. So the arrow that was meant for Ahab started pursuing Jehoshaphat. That is a comrade. A comrade will put you up to die his death because he's a comrade. A comrade will always disappoint you at the end. He's a fighter. He can fight with you and he can fight against you. A comrade is a fighter. He has no permanent friend. And that is the slogan of Nigerian politicians. No permanent interest, no permanent friend, no permanent enemy, but permanent interest. That is to show you why, because of all of them are there for their interest. They are all there for their interest. Even if you are their friend, their so-called friend, they are only there for their personal interest. Comrades will always break your heart. Join them, follow your comrade and join cult. I tell you, tomorrow you will regret it. A comrade is not your friend. He will always fail you. He will break your heart. Brother, sister, listening to me, mind the person you are moving with. Don't be in affinity with anybody that you see just because you are working together, you are in the same church, you went to the same school. No, choose your friends. One of the worst mistakes of Jehoshaphat was joining himself in affinity with Ahab. If you read 2 Chronicles chapter 19 from verse 1, God sent his prophet to go and ask Jehoshaphat, why did you join yourself with the ungodly? Brother, to be an affinity with a man, with an ungodly man, it will only lead to the anger of God against you. It will only lead to your destruction. Never you be in affinity with a man God is up against. Because the same God who is against him will turn against you. Thank God for the good deeds of Jehoshaphat. That was what saved him. The prophet said to him, you fall in love with a man, an ungodly man. And that was why the wrath of God was against you. But you were saved, you were spared because of the good deeds you have done. In that, you destroyed the high places. So, if you are a child of God, never you be in affinity with an unbeliever. If you are a child of God, don't join a friend you cannot understand. They will mislead you. They will spoil your name. They will spoil your character. They will spoil your attitude. A man that will help you, join you in the church to pull down your man of God, the servant of God, he is only a comrade. He's not helping you. After doing that thing, one day he will turn against you and still pull you down. My friends, I want to say, because of my time, this message can come up another time in a better way. May God bless you.